Alright, so there's been this huge controversy or drama or whatever, this huge boom of like this new ChatGPT AI generation, image generation, and I want to give my 2 cents about this. Honestly, if you're an artist, don't worry. I mean, sure, it's gonna take the majority of jobs of animators, like in terms of like raw effort. You're gonna have less assistance on manga, comic books, animation, stuff like this. And honestly, I'm also really pleased and really bleak about this at the same time. It's like a weird conundrum where I'm like, I always wanted to do manga, for example. I've always wanted to do my own stories. But my own problem was, oh, if I do my own stories, if I literally draw them by hand, it's going to take me like 10 to 15 years. Kind of like Kentaro Miura with Berserk. Hold on, let me grab the book. Kind of like Kentaro Miura, which was one of my biggest inspirations ever in this world. Incredible artistry, especially at the end of the books. Look at this. Anyway, so I wanted to I hope one day I'll be able to do that. And I know many of you will be, oh, just draw it, just draw it. No, I won't. I prefer to do illustration and not tie myself down, basically imprison myself to this. But what I want to say is that I'm really glad that a lot of artists are going to be able to just 10% render it, put a few of their own drawings done by hand to like show it, and then to get like a fully rendered one, and then they just go over it slightly. Honestly, I really like that. I hope we will get way more manga, because I feel like in the average human there's so much creativity. And the thing is, a lot of people say, oh, creativity, the ideas are there, the skill isn't there, so it's like, if we get this, like a lot of people will be able to express themselves with way less input of like actually doing it. It's kind of like auto editors and like running, which I'm literally doing right now. I'm running a command script to like cut one of my videos, so I have a bit of downtime. And what did I think? Let's do this. The problem is, let's be real, what is this gonna really be used for? It's gonna be used for greedy corporations to cut down their costs, pay their employees less, or pay them the same wage while also doing 10 people's job. It's going to be an industry standard. People are going to get cut, people are going to get fired, and that's going to be it. It's really bleak, because in a perfect world this wouldn't exist. In a perfect world this wouldn't be a reality. The thing is, we don't live in a perfect world. As for a lot of people, I know many of y'all will be like, oh, should I just quit drawing? I know many of you. Look, I will give you the straight answer. I don't want to bullshit you. I don't want to sugarcoat this. If you don't have personality, yes, maybe. Only if you're 0.1% of artists. And don't get me wrong, there are exceptions to this generality, because there are a lot of people that have incredible ideas even though they don't have the technical skill. And there are a lot of people who have the technical skill but don't have the greatest of ideas. I see this in myself. The more skilled I get, the less good ideas I have. Or maybe it's because the good ideas I've already done them. So it's like, but why I'm gonna give my own self as an example. Why I don't feel threatened by this is, honestly, I always try to sell my personality. I never try to sell like a product. I never was like, let's say, Alphonse Muka, I want to sell you the product, even though he's a bad example because his style was the thing. But let's say Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I never wanted you for myself to not know the name, or to have the name but not be known as well, but here's your product. I always planned to sell what I do, and sell in like not parentheses, in quotes, because I don't plan to sell it. I just do it for enjoyment. If I haven't been paid, and I won't get paid really soon. But because what I want to do is expression of personality and myself, So if I do the AI thingy, it's gonna be like, oh, that's not expression of self. Or maybe you could argue that it is, but I honestly don't believe it's an expression of self, only if you get it to like upscale. Like, let's say I have a drawing and it's like, oh, it's 180p. I want to save space, and then I put it into a prompt, upscale it to like 4K. I honestly would really love that. I would love that to use for my videos, because it would be just easier for editing and encoding and stuff like that. But this is a subject that I don't want to get into. But as I said, I hope this is gonna help indie artists and big corporations. They're gonna just ruin it. But I honestly don't want to be all doom and gloom. I'm really looking forward to making that manga or comic book. I want to pay my respects to Kentaro Miura. I will have a reference to him in it. But I've been working on it for a long time, and I'm writing the story, but I don't know how long it's gonna take to make the manga. Probably I'll have a huge beard and I'll be all gray. Maybe if AI is gonna get so generalized that maybe I'm gonna get it. I keep putting it off. But let's get back to what I was talking about. I honestly believe that if you have a good personality, this isn't gonna be a problem for you. Sam Does Arts will not get bankrupt because of this. He sells his personality. His style is exquisite, beautiful, and unique, but he sells his personality most of. And let's be real. You should have focused on personality from the start. If you think you're gonna get to the 0.1%, most of y'all will not. Let's be real. Like Greg Doucette says, envision your dream physique. Just envision your dream art style, your dream illustrations. You're not getting it. Halfway there, realistic expectations. If you don't give yourself realistic expectations, you're just gonna be upset. You know, it's like you have to stop desiring. You have to stop expecting. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, if I do that, then how am I gonna get the motivation to do that? But people don't realize if you stop doing that, you're under your own control, not your mood. You will be able to do it whether or not you feel like it. You're going to be the one in control. So I would suggest quickly switching to personality-based content because that's what matters most, even with art. I don't care about an art piece that isn't made by an actual artist. I like Alphonse Mucha because Alphonse Mucha is who I'm looking for. You know, if it was just a prompt, put in there, I don't feel like that's original. I feel like that's a participation trophy. And as Moist Critical said, I hate to steal his words, but he represented it the best. But I don't want to seem like a crybaby. I don't want to seem like I feel like I'm going to be unaffected. I was unaffected by fame either way. It was like, I don't get any. But I feel like most people won't be affected. Like, let's be real. Normies, we never sold to normies. We never exposed ourselves to normies. It wasn't to normies which we were exposed to. It's like normies are the type of person that say, oh, the computer did that. Well, now it's literally true. But you have your own time lapses. You have your own like literal physical drawings. If you do that, I encourage you to do it. But I wanna preface this by the fact that I wanted to preface this by this fact. You have to become personality based in terms of creation. If not, you will fail. And again, generality, always you have an exception, but don't get discouraged. Don't get put down by this. You can do anything you put your mind to, period. If you want to do it, just chip away at it slowly and you'll get where you need to be. Okay, don't let anybody put you down with words like can't or won't or you won't. Who cares? When I started this, I was like, I don't care if I do this and I'm never going to be successful. And I'm still like that. I really don't care. I couldn't care less. I would love to see success. I don't want to seem like a kind of like monk. Like an enlightened monk. I don't want to seem like that. I would love success, but I never expected it and I still don't. I suggest to you that you also pick up my approach because I've thoughts about thoughts all of the time. And I don't mean the good kind of thoughts, if you know what I mean. But I've thought about thinking a lot, and I think this is the best approach. Even though it sounds like no shit Sherlock, but I would suggest to take away your expectations and to just do you. And let's be real, most of us won't make it. I probably won't either. But again, I am not doing this for the audiences. I am not doing this for the recognition. I am doing this because I want to, and you should do that too. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for 200 subs. If you like this video, subscribe, go to my other videos, and thank you for tuning in. Take care and have a nice day.